Alright, let this sink in. The last time the Knicks won a championship, Richard Nixon was president, bro. There was no three-point line, no LeBron, like bro, wasn't even a thing yet. How does the same team that apparently all the stars want to play in go half a century without anything, bro? And it's because this is one of the most cursed sports teams ever, bro. Like at one point, this team was being led by Julius Randle, first option buckets, until, big body Brunson liberated them from the Knicks curse that started back in 1973. Because that was when the Knicks used the same black magic as the Pacers to win the second ever championship. It was like a deal with the devil, It was like, I'll give you this and that, but I got your soul type shit. And they were led by the finals MVP Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl Malone, and of course, who could forget about the big Henry Bibby, Hawthorne, Wingo, and the big Dick Barnett, bro. So this is the Knicks' golden age, right? They were consistently in the playoffs, they were always good. But that was the last time anybody in New York was happy, bro. Because what would follow would be straight Sacramento Kings type basketball. And also it's with Patrick Ewing, who after a maybe rigged draft, who knows? Me personally, I believe it, but Ewing goes first overall to the Knicks, right? And this guy was like their Wemby. Like he was like the next big who's gonna bring rings back to New York. And for a while, like that's exactly what bro was doing. Like he made 11 All-Star selections, he's got some more stuff. He's one of the best of all time, arguably the best Knick of all time. But unfortunately for Patrick Ewing, he was great when the GOAT was great. So brother, he was literally blocked by the GOAT. Every promising year was the same thing. Either losing to the Bulls or the Celtics or whoever the fuck. But then a lie opens up because Michael Jordan retires after three-peating to go play baseball. And now the East is wide the fuck open. It's basically the same thing that happened this year with Tatum and Tyrese going with their Achilles and the Cavs, just being the Cavs. So in 1994, the Knicks make the finals, right? But the Knicks didn't lose because of Hakeem, right? No, sir. They lost because of the Rockets' best player that night, John Stark. Ewing's own teammate, bro. The brother was 2 for 18 from the field in a Game 7. And this is the craziest part, brother. He was 0 for 11 from 3 in 1994. Like, I'm sorry, but who the fuck do you think you are? It's 1994. Why are you taking 11 threes, bro? Like, buddy, it's in 1994. And even though y'all lost, like, it's still cool because, like, Jordan's gone, bro. Like, he's gone playing baseball. And, our roster's still good, so let's, run it back. So next season, the Knicks found themselves in the second round in a Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against Reggie Miller's Pacers. And down 5, with 5 seconds left, season on the line, Garden holding its breath, the Martians are putting a death beam at us, and you already know what to do. Patrick Ewing's got that clutch gene, just give the big fella the ball, and get out the way, and let him go to work. Bro, I swear, this is every old school Knicks fan's 9/11, bro. Like, my dad doesn't even speak English. He's a Hall of Fame casual, and if you mention this to him, but the brother goes dead silent. Like, this is like his Winter Soldier code word, you feel me? But unfortunately for the Knicks, Jordan retires from baseball, comes back to basketball. So just like that, their whole championship window is gone, bro. And they wouldn't make it back to the finals until 1999 as the A seed, the first ever team to actually do it. But Ewing tore his Achilles in the Eastern Conference Finals, so the brother doesn't even play a minute in the finals, and they lose them 5 to the Spurs. But just when you thought it was pretty bad, right? 2 lost finals appearances, Ewing tears his Achilles. The curse gets even worse from here, because then Ewing leaves, and what would follow would be the Dolan Dark Ages. Just decades where straight bullshit was played at MSG. And there were like some good times, like in 2011, Knicks trade for Carmelo Anthony. So yeah, Carmelo was cool. The farthest they got was the second round. Insanity happened, Porzingis happened. But Knicks fans had to root for guys that like you've never even heard of. Like a brother they drafted showed up in a fucking Fortnite suit, bro. And like, I'm not gonna lie, at the time I thought this shit was tough, but like, bro, I was like 10. Like, this is a grown ass man. Anyone that looked like there was like a light at the end of the tunnel, when it was looking like the Knicks were gonna sign KD and Kyrie, and man, we're tanking, so maybe we could get Zion, so maybe we could get a big 3 of KD, Kyrie, and Zion. They end up with Emmanuel Quigley, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. Every generation of Knicks fans had their own heartbreak. Ewing ran into Jordan, KD and Kyrie chose Brooklyn, and even when the Knicks looked like they were gonna get Zion, they got RJ Barrett. So now at this point, the Knicks were literally just like, bro, just look at this team, bro. Like, this team is just fucking turbo ass. But now this is where the hero of the story comes in, right? This story is Nick Fury, the Knicks savior, Leon Rhodes. Now he was hired back in 2020 to, be the Knicks GM and basically just cook something up with this roster. And his whole philosophy as a general manager is basically just to be the league's janitor, just picking up guys who people think are worthless. And his first real move as GM was hiring Tom Thibodeau as the head coach. But this is where Leon Rhodes drops his magnus opus, bro, because you see down in Dallas, there's a little captain going crazy that he's got more playing time, right? But no one trusts him to be their captain yet, but he's not the best defender, right? And we all know that defense wins championships. So understandably so, the Dallas Mavericks don't even try to keep him. So they just let him walk for nothing, bro. So Leon Rose signs Jalen Brunson to a 4-year, $104 million deal. But Leon just gets back in his bag. He trades RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quigley for OG Anunoby. And then he trades 5 first-round picks, bro. And Bojan Bogdanovic to Brooklyn for Mikal Bridges. 5 first-round picks is crazy. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. 5 picks is crazy. But weeks later, literally days before the season starts, he trades Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to Minnesota for Karl-Anthony Towns. Now at the time I was like, yeah, like the Knicks curse is real, bro. Like, because not only does your point guard play no defense, your 5 doesn't play any defense. But that very season, they proved everyone by upsetting the Celtics, bro. So they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they lost to the Pacers. So, you know, even after losing, like, this was still a good season, right? Like, y'all made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So naturally, to celebrate this accomplishment and, you know, upsetting the East favorite, the Knicks celebrate the occasion by firing Tom Thibodeau and hiring Mike Brown that July. So coming into this season, the 2025 season, yeah, we all said the Knicks should be at the top. Like, the Pacers are gonna tank, the Celtics are gonna retool, the Bucks are just the Bucks. But even though we all expected them to be good, bro, if you told me the Knicks were gonna win the championship, bro, I think you were crazy. Because with this Knicks team, bro, it was something else. Like, at first they won the MS World Cup, then they were ass after that. It looked like they were washed. Bro, literally 81 games into the season, Cat, like, didn't know what his role was. Like, it was just one thing after another. And after, you know, being CJ McCollum being down 2-1 to the Hawks, I was like, man, if y'all are losing to the Atlanta Hawks, like, how are y'all gonna beat the Thunder, the Celtics, the Spurs, right? But brother, after that CJ McCollum dagger, bro, this has to be one of the biggest lock-ins, bro, in sports history, because they won 13 straight games, bro. They gave belt to the entire conference, and in the finals, even though they were down 77% of the series, despite having, you know, Wemby shenanigans, despite the extender being deployed, the Knicks still gave belt to the Spurs in the finals, with help from their best player, of course, De'Aaron Fox. And in a closeout game, the brother Jalen Brunson had 45 points, bro. And so after 53 years of straight purgatory, sprinkled in with a little bit of hell, they finally finished the job. So shout out to the captain, you know, great story for him, going from straight bench player to finals MVP. Shout out Cat, you know, the whole Knicks as a whole for, you know, winning the whole thing. But yeah, that's all.